Trying to get back into this whole live update scheduled setup and haven't been able to nail it just yet. But the good news is I'm going to be giving you a real estate update for the month of November and even part of December, starting with Casco Viejo. So that's our historic district. And man, Costco is on fire right now. The cruises have started coming in. Sofitel is opening up any day now. You've got La Compañía, which is just a beautiful hotel that has opened up their wing. And oh my gosh, it is going to be awesome, guys. So I might actually pivot to my scheduled stream here. So you might have to check back in 30 seconds as I get help from a tech expert, but Costco Viejo right now, very interesting. You've got two different areas of Costco. You've got the quiet area and you've got kind of the loud area, right? Our historic district, it makes for great investment properties. Now, what a lot of people are doing are Airbnbs, which are still technically kind of illegal in Panama, at least in the city, for under, I believe it's 30 days still. But man, you go onto Airbnb right now and you will find dozens, if not hundreds, of property options in and around Panama City, all of which kind of illegal. You won't see Panama Equity on any of them. So, we always advise our clients, just be careful. No, if you're thinking about an Airbnb, it's very tricky in terms of essentially doing something that you're not supposed to do. And again, we don't advocate doing that. A lot of other people do. If you were to think about doing it, you would want to be very careful that it's going to be feasible in your building, because some buildings have outright banned it. That's even stronger than the law. Is building, namely your security guards. Other buildings are a lot more apt for it. Maybe you don't have a security guard. Maybe you don't have controlled entrance. So if you can figure out a way to get your key to your guest, then you're good. But anyway, back to the real estate update for you. So we talked about Old Town. Cruisers are coming. Airbnbs are full. New hotels opening up. A lot going on. We've got a few projects out that way. Check our website to see what we're promoting in Costco. But we really do believe in the area. Actually, we are very close to selling a building there. We just sold another one of our multifamily buildings this month. That is a 30-unit sort of historic, older building. We call it historic in the real estate market, but this one isn't necessarily historic per se. I think this one's about 40 years old. Nothing like these 100-year-old, 200-year-old Costco buildings. This was in Bella Vista. ROI final sort of cap rate was around 4.5, 5. Not bad. And that's a net number. That's after everything. So, yes. So that's what's going on in the city. Now, let's move out to the beach and then we'll come back to the city. So, Rio Mar, guys. Rio Mar is a great area, surf destination. It's about an hour and 20 minutes from Panama City. Figure about 20 minutes from Coronado, which is about an hour from the city. Interesting update from one of our sales guys, one of my sales team today. And that was, we got two offers last week, one on a 19th floor, one on a 20th floor unit, both about 30% below asking price, both rejected. So seller was like, thanks, but no thanks. And that's an interesting indicator of the market, because I think that while you can still find deals out there, sellers are not having to be as aggressive as they have been in the past. So that's good news. Or at least it's news, right? You can still find deals out there for sure. Speaking of deals, moving back to the city, as I've been saying for 15 years now, since 07, I don't know, do the math. It's been a while. Maybe it's not 15 years, but it feels that way. The two best times to buy real estate in a pre-construction project, i.e., pre-construction. So in Panama, we use that term very liberally. Pre-construction could be in a project that's going on right now, but technically pre-construction. the beginning, right? Like where they're breaking ground, maybe it's a hole in the ground, maybe they're just getting out of the ground. They're the two best times to buy real estate in a project in Panama is either at the beginning, which is kind of like friends and family, developers need to show some pre-sales so they can bring the project to the bank and the bank can give them some money to keep building, right? That's when you don't put down a whole lot. You put down a reservation agreement, maybe 10%. Depending on the developer, not very risky. I mean, hey, the worst that can happen is you just set aside money for 6 months, maybe even a year, no interest, which isn't that great from an investment standpoint, but upside is there for sure. That being sort of these incremental price increases that the developers do, especially between when you break ground and when you announce the project and when you break ground. Usually there's sort of two distinct price points there. The other great time to buy, which is why I'm mentioning it, is delivery. So we got 3 projects coming out that we've been promoting that we've sold well that I think are worth looking at. First one is Luxor 400, Pacific Hills, awesome developer, been doing this for 30, 40 years. That's in my neighborhood, El Cangrejo. So it's kind of like downtown, kind of like funky, what can I tell you about El Cangrejo? A lot of shops and restaurants, tons of hotels. Not as touristy as Costco in terms of sort of infrastructure. Like it's local, it's kind of like it's 2 miles, not even a mile from the water, but it's right in the middle of downtown. And we like it. You got Vietnamese restaurant and Cuban restaurant and everything in between. Tons of Panamanian food, sports bars, everything. El Cangrejo, Luxor 400 getting delivered in the next month. Wanders, another fancy project. This one is sort of Marbella. Yeah, I mean, it's Marbella. So it's in between or bordering Paitilla and Punta Pacifica. Again, downtown. This one is a lot closer to the water, walking distance to 2 malls. That is also getting delivered. The last one and the most interesting one, I think, is Ocean House. Why is it interesting? Because it's already sold out, but we have resellers. So I got some price points here. They had sold out around 3,200 per square meter, and they're small units. It's like 80 to 100 meters. So what is that? 900 to like 1,100 square feet. It's times 11. So times 10.87, I think. But hey, round up a little bit. Point is that there could be some good deals. Ideally, you would buy below what the developer's selling to build in some equity from day one. Smart real estate investor told me a long time ago, you don't make your money when you buy, you make your money when you sell. But yeah, no, the other way around. Sorry. Smart real estate investor said you make your money when you buy, because obviously you want to try to buy below the market, right? So botch that one. Point being is that Ocean House, very interesting right now. We're going to have some resales on the market. What else can I tell you about the Panama market right now? Man, January, February, March, awesome weather. Great time to be planning your trip. Airfare is starting to come down a little bit. Midterm elections are behind us. World Cup is over in a week, sadly. But that means everybody gets back to work, starts traveling internationally. Corporate relocations pick up. So yeah, if you're thinking about buying or selling, that's what we do. We've been doing it since 07, actually 08. But I've been doing it since 07, but I started the company in 08. So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Sorry it didn't end up in our scheduled feed. I'm still figuring out some new technology here, but hey, what can you do? Have a great day. Buy low, sell high. Bye-bye.